Hello everyone, Upwell and Onwards here. Now today's the first of what I call my Gresley trilogy. Basically what I consider three of Gresley's best locomotives. And no, sadly the V1 tank you see in the background, its box, is not in it, though it is a good model. Now, we're going to start with one of Gresley's well-known, steam locomotives. It's not the A4 and it's not the A3, so it must be the humble V2. Now, I really like these locomotives purely because they are so-called the locomotives that won the war. Apparently hauling 20 coach trains of evacuees. That's quite impressive because on today's railways, even in the UK, 11 is quite a heavy load. But here in New Zealand, 16 to 20, quite normal behind a big steam locomotive. But then again, things change in different countries, so we'll just have a look at the side of the box first. As you can see, V2 Green Arrow Green 60800, which gives a clear indication it's in British Rail green. Now, we'll just place it there for a moment. Take out this little leaflet here, which on the back, inside is nothing. I got this locomotive second hand, no guarantee card, no Bachmann club membership, and annoyingly, no exploded diagram, which is a bummer, because I really like those. But as you see, a nice, beautiful picture of the locomotive, as well as a brief history. And I really like these locomotives, even though this is the old model. I know Bachmann have come out with a brand new V2. And I can't wait to get my hands on one, if I'm honest. But here we go. Just get the tender up first. And sadly, the coal is in there good. Naturally, an early Bachmann tender. Holes in the top of the tender there. I don't know why, but I think it's because when you take the body off, it negates any suction effect or something like that. Now, there is one thing I added to this tender after I got it. And you see these handles here? They're fire irons. Now, what I did was take the tender body off and make a little pocket to go in that slot there. It works well, it really does. It was just making it was a pain in the backside though. Oh well. We got nice detail and printing. Sprung buffers. Sadly, it's a tension lock coupler, but it's not a NEM. It's not an M, it's one of the screw-on types. Just look at the front there. And as you can see, brake rigging in that. As normal with early Bachmann, I'd say that's about somewhere between 2000 and 2010, something like that. Now, let's get the locomotive up, and straight away, I can tell there's a lot of weight in this model. The body is plastic, even the running board is plastic, I can feel that instantly. Sprung buffers and that. But it's a split chassis model, so all the weight is here, is in this part here. And you're thinking, oh yeah, it'll be okay then. You'll be surprised. As you can see, the rivet and piping is okay. Nameplate is beautifully done, as well as livery. And quite a... oh, bugger, the handrail's out again. Got to fix that. And as you can see, quite a spacious cab. I mean, I can fit a fair portion of my thumb in there. Hang on, take while I fix the handrail. Don't know how that happened, but at least this one's got glazing, which is alright. Now we'll just plop her on the track. Now, in all honesty, I have not ran this locomotive in quite a while, so it might be a bit rough. I don't know. Guess we're gonna have to find out once I turn the throttle. Alright, we'll put the box to one side and see how it runs in reverse at first. Not too bad. Bit of jarring up, but apart from that, it's running pretty fine. Okay, now let's try the other way. Quite a lot better. That's good. That's good. Right, back in a tick, just gotta take care of a few details. Just remembered a few of the points I switched the wrong way. Okay, and the points have been switched so it'll run a lot nicer. But I'll just do a quick run view from this point of angle, because it's more well known on the layout, and because it's a bit rough going backwards, I'll run it 10 to first. I know it's a bit different doing it like this, but there is method to my madness, don't you worry. Kick it up to about half speed, which weirdly I find is when the locomotive taps out. After that, if I try and get it to go faster, it just won't. Okay. The annoying thing about locomotives with a light pony truck is they tend to derail easily over points, which I just find really annoying, especially at speed. Okay, coming around the curve now. Now, I know I said there's method to my madness about how I just did that, and it's because of the load run. Just switch the points leading to the main, and as if they're on their own, controlled on their own, we got ourselves some nice Gresley teak coaches. Yeah, no, hand of God. Oldest modeling trick in the book, I think. So we got a nice rake of 6 Gresley teak coaches. Now, these are Hornby Railroad teaks, I admit, but some of them actually feel like they have quite a bit of weight in them. They all got metal wheels, so they'll run nice and smooth. And here we go. Quite fast for a prairie type. Go Green Arrow, go. Now, as we can see, with a nice sized train, she's running smooth and powerful. And being able to show my new track work, it's a win-win. Now then, we'll just slow the loco down here. So far so good. Now I know the real life counterpart of Green Arrow, sadly, is now just stacked display at the Railway Museum, or Locomotion, or whatever you like to call it. Which I find just because there's a superheater issue. Now I find that to be a load of, well, manure, to be nice to the sensors, and it's just wrong. A loco like this should be running on the main, or at least on one of the preserved lines. It's just a darn shame that the only Gresley designs that I know of that are still running are his two Pacifics, Scotsman, and one of the A4s, as well as an N2 class. And if you can think of any other Gresley designs that are still running in the UK, please comment below. But it's a crying shame that such a very well loved and well known locomotive is now just a display piece. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but V2s are basically downsized A3s, which I'll show in my next video. Now, I really do love the V2 because, in all fairness, I do like A4s, I do like A3s, I do like the work of Gresley, but the V2, there's just something about it that just gets you. It is really a lovely loco. Now, this may be a bit short for a review video of a locomotive I like, but sadly my knowledge on certain locomotives is quite limited. But what I do know is these were made for the express freights known as the Green Arrows, hence the name of the locomotive. And they were quite good on bulk fish trains, apparently, as well. Were those the K3s? Can't exactly remember. But like and subscribe. And this is Upwell and Onwards, as well as Green Arrow saying good night.